it's more interesting to play a character who's functioning like many of us are behind several layers of masks that change depending on what our situation is.
So Channing Tatum, much like quite a bit of Hollywood, deserves to be put on blast for backing that nameless person. Why? Because wearing the mask, pretending, depending on who the audience is. Recently, Tatum decided he would take to social media. He would put somebody on blast, calling them out for being hurtful, proving that when it's safe and beneficial, Tatum, like so many other people in Hollywood, they'll take that stand. They'll call out somebody saying that person right there, they're dangerous to talk about. They have hurt people on other occasions. This basically has to stop. But when his own name was being utilized as a bludgeon to destroy a man's life and essentially bury them in Hollywood, where was the outrage? Yeah, apparently you only label someone harmful when you know 99.9% of the media, it's going to give you a rubber stamp and say, you know what, this guy right here, he deserves a freaking Oscar. Yeah, you and we're going to talk about this and so much more today. And while we're looking at this, I want you to remember this sound clip right here.
Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence. See how many people believe or side with you.
Hollywood hypocrisy. Man, I love calling it out. And Channing Tatum, boom, today's for you. Fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. Oh, man, Hollywood. So hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day. I hope you're doing excellently. And if you're wondering, how exactly did Channing Tatum end up mixed up in that JD versus that nameless person case? Well, that nameless person threw him into the fire. See, that was one of the many tactics utilized by that nameless person, bringing up many a male in Hollywood, but specifically focusing on people that she had actually been on stage with at some time, including Eddie Redmayne, Kevin Costner, Jim Sturgis, Leonardo DiCaprio, Channing Tatum, and more. Much more. See, this was part of getting JD out of Hollywood, basically wrecking his career opportunities. You go after friendly companies, friendly media, but of course you weaponize friendly co-stars, and that's exactly what you're seeing here. See, she went as far as to make statements like this. He is JD, would taunt me about it, especially when he was drunk or high, and had derogatory nicknames for every one of my male co-stars that he considered a certain type of threat. For example, Leonardo DiCaprio, he was Pumpkinhead. Channing Tatum, he was Potato Head. And well, you can see exactly what she threw in with Jim Sturgis. Now, the most insane thing to me about this is this goes further than just utilizing Channing Tatum's name, saying that guy over there, he was jealous. There's also a therefore being added with Channing Tatum being around that certain nameless person in 2015. That would be when the Australian incident supposedly occurred. And you know what? Channing Tatum, he would be able to compare and contrast things, photographs and on, actually be able to tell you what went on. But Channing Tatum, again, he stands with that certain nameless person. How do I know that, by the way? Well, because Channing Tatum, he loves to speak out about harmful people. I mean, after all, look at what he was talking about with Dave Chappelle, where he makes headlines, by the way. This is one of them. Channing Tatum wades into the Dave Chappelle controversy. He has hurt so many people. Quote, and remember, this came with a story. This came with video and on, saying that there was time set with this thing's preparation. Quote, I understand that Dave is a very dangerous person to talk about at the moment. I understand and hate that he has hurt so many people with the things he has said. Any human can hurt someone, usually because they're hurt, but any human can heal and heal others just the same. This little piece, he's referring to a video that he added into this. It healed me back in the day. I can't forget that. And Tatum, he concludes with this. This does not excuse anything hurtful, though, to be clear. Fascinating, isn't it? When you have no connection whatsoever to the person that you're talking about. And let's be very clear here. Channing Tatum, he may be in Hollywood with Dave Chappelle, but these two guys, they had no connection to speak of. In fact, to talk about Dave Chappelle at all, he had to bring up a video saying, when I was a kid, this is what I saw, and it spoke to me. More than that, though, when you have no fear of cancellation, and he knew the media, they would stand with him. The people that will remove your job in another situation, they would stand with him as well. Yeah, he's willing to speak up. He's willing to call something out. But when Channing Tatum's actual name is connected with torpedoing somebody's life and livelihood, and let's be clear, these accusations that we're seeing, they're not just about jealousy. I mean, sure, they're utilized to paint a portrait of jealousy. You can see this right here, where that nameless person is talking about being accused of things, losing jobs because of it and on. But even more than that, again, she's using Channing Tatum as an anchor point, saying it led to Australia 2015, one of the worst incidents we have ever been told about. What does Magic Mike do? Well, Magic Mike, apparently, he stands with that nameless person. Now, you would think that Channing Tatum, he would see a problem with all of this stuff. I mean, after all, Channing Tatum has been on the receiving end of some nasty, nasty business from the media. This, by the way, it happened in March 2021 when Emma Watson was speaking out about Seth Rogen. See, Channing Tatum's name, it started to make headlines again back in March 2021. Why? Because Seth Rogen, he was taking to social media. He was trying to explain an incident with Emma Watson back in 2013 that dealt with the movie This Is the End. See, for years, you've had rumors percolating about Watson storming off the set after she refused to act in a scene. Now, what was that scene, you might ask? Well, it involved a gimp on a leash. Who was cameoing in it? Channing Tatum. Now, at first, they focused on Seth Rogen and Emma Watson, but after a while, Channing Tatum, he started getting backlash, too. That backlash got louder and louder, with people saying, hey, there should be an accounting for this guy. This guy, he deserves to be canceled. And this isn't the only time this has happened, by the way. Channing Tatum, he should know exactly how that is. But again, this is Hollywood, and you only speak up when you're safe, right? Here's the thing, though. People like Channing Tatum and the rest of woke Hollywood, they're not safe. None of them are. And JD, he actually pointed that out.
I can promise you that no one is safe. Not one of you. Not one of you. Not anyone out that door. No one is safe as long as someone is willing to say one sentence. Takes one sentence and then there's no more ground.
Yep, they never get it until it's their time, right? But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. And as always, I sincerely appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Share this, subscribe. You know that drill, too. And again, thank you for that as well. And if you'd like to go further, there are links in the description. All of those, they help out the channel. But you being here, that matters. So thank you again, sincerely. I appreciate you. Until next time, I'm going to leave you with that. And we will see you soon. Thanks.